Okay.
Okay, so look, we're looking at putting compression wraps onto Jenny's legs, and while she is still in a state with her legs being quite fragile, we'll be putting the compression over the top of the crepe bandages. But in time, hopefully her legs will heal enough that she'll just be able to have the liners put directly over the bandages. Now we've got a couple of different types of liners. One of them has compression in the foot, and this is the one that we are going to use. There is another liner that has no compression in the foot. I don't think we're going to use that, but Jenny has them, and we will have them as an option in the event that if we have any sort of foot issues. Okay, so but for the time being, we're just going to leave them to one side. These have a closed toe, but you can cut them without problems, and you can make them so that they're open toe. It really depends, but anyway, as I say, that is not something we're going to worry about just at the moment. We're going to leave that to one side. Okay, so these garments have compression in the foot, but then they don't have compression in the leg, and these are liners, and they go underneath the Easy Wrap. So what we will do is you take your garment and you turn it down so that you are down to just the heel. And then we are going to put this over the top of the crepe bandage, and you can imagine that can cause it can be hard because of we don't want to cause wrinkling here. So what I do when I'm putting these on is I open them up, I stretch them nice and wide with my hands, and then we put them onto the foot. Trying not to take your toenail off.
Oh, I should have cut them actually.
No, you're right. Okay, so there we are, and I feel that we've got on the inside, we've got pressure sitting at about the base of the toes. And then we take the garment and open that up once again, slip it around behind the heel. And then I use a pair of gloves that are like gardening gloves. So if you can get something that has a bit of grip on them, they are really good. You might want to get yourself a pair, and maybe your carers can use them, because it's just good to be able to, you can just get a nice grip on the garment, or the liner as we're talking here. You just want to get that heel in place. Nice, and we're trying to not disturb the crepe bandages underneath. So you sort of need to pinch them away. But these are very similar to, putting that tubey grip over the top of the crepe bandages. And then we're going to just sneak this up the leg. I think I've done all right there. Cool, how are we feeling?
Fine.
All right. Okay, so there we are. All right, so that's the first part. That's getting the liner on. And if you find, Jenny, that these are too restrictive at the top, you could just cut that bit off.
Right.
Like it's not really important. We don't want to be creating, that is a little bit snug at the top. All right, so our next stage is the Easy Wrap. Now this is like bandaging. It gives the same effect as bandaging. You have a Velcro thing. Now there's a hook on here. What you need to do is roll that back so that it sticks onto the outside of the wrap, because otherwise it will stick to anything and everything it meets. Okay, so when we're opening it up, we roll it back on itself. Now, the liner that Jenny is wearing has compression in it to around about the ankle, and then it has a line where it's more stretchy above that. Okay, So compression in the foot to that point, and I'm just going to slip that underneath your leg, and we want the wrap to start about the point where the compression of this stops. We're going to actually take that out from underneath your knee now, Jenny. That's the story. So we have the wrap lying underneath the leg, and you start at the bottom here, you stretch it out a wee bit, and then you bring the Velcro around. Okay, now it'll be important to have a listen to Jenny and let her tell you if she feels that it's too tight. Okay, should be snug, but it's going to take a wee bit of getting used to. Okay, so as you go on, you may find that you can tolerate more. So what we're wanting to do, pull, hold, connect. Are we doing all right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what we want is to have a nice parallel line, and that each strap should overlap the one below it by about half. Okay, pull, hold, pull, hold, connect, pull, hold, connect. And then we can take this and we can just turn that over. But yeah, don't be afraid to, get a pair of scissors and just give that a snip if it feels like it's too snug. Alrighty?
Yep. Thank you.
And that feels quite good. Now, there are instructions in how to use them in here, and they have a whole lot of different garments. So they have a foot wrap, which we're not using because we're using the hybrid liner instead. They've got a knee part, but we're just doing where's the leg gone? Anyway, it's in here. And there's also a website that you can go to for videos as well. Okay, great, cool.